Ooh, this woman is going to take a flight somewhere, and she is waiting at the gate, getting ready to board her flight. Does she need to know any English while she's waiting at the gate? Well, I think it would be really helpful if she could understand some English that might help her a lot in some different situations. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about English at the gate. Hey, if you like getting tips like this, I'd be so happy if you subscribe to my channel right down there. Okay, so at this point, she has already checked in, she has gone through customs, she has gone through security, and she has found her gate. Now, she's just going to wait at her gate, and she's probably going to hear some announcements. Lots of different announcements. Okay, so it might be helpful if she understood those announcements. For example, it might say this: "Attention passengers, this is an important announcement for passengers booked on Air Canada flight AC-25 with service from Vancouver to Shanghai. There has been a gate change. The flight is now leaving from gate D28. Gate change. Do you know what that is? That's a very common thing that happens at airports. Your flight is scheduled to leave from one gate, but then suddenly they change gates. And so if you don't know that, you might miss your flight. So that's why this is very important to understand if you hear the word gate change. Okay, you should always be listening for your flight number. Okay, Air Canada flight AC-25. If you hear that, your ears should perk up. Perk up means you should pay attention. Okay, you should become alert. Okay, so when you hear that and then gate change, oh, I need to go to a different gate. Okay, so you go off to a different gate, and then when you're at that gate, you might hear this: "Attention passengers, Air Canada flight AC-25 to Shanghai is now boarding. Please have your boarding pass and identification ready for boarding." Okay, please have your boarding pass, right? Your boarding pass and your passport. Then you might hear this. Most airlines have some sort of a first class or a business class or premium economy, and those people get to board first because they paid more money, right? So we would like to invite our first class and business class passengers to board at this time or at their leisure. Leisure means whenever they want. You can do whatever you want. You can board now if you want, or at your leisure. Okay, then you'll probably hear this: "We are now inviting passengers with small children and any passengers requiring special assistance to begin boarding." Okay, so if you have small kids, you get to go on one of the first people onto the plane. Okay, now any passengers requiring special assistance. You know, if someone is in a wheelchair or they have a cane or they're using crutches, okay, those kinds of situations, they need special assistance, right? So they get to board earlier than the rest. Okay, so we would now like to invite all passengers to board. Okay, this is just a general boarding announcement. Everyone can board. So then you get up out of your seat and you go wait in line. Now, they might board by row number or by zone number. If this is the case, then they might say all passengers seated in zone B should now board. Okay, so you look on your boarding pass then and you can see if it has a zone number, then you should board. Or they might say we're now seating passengers between rows 30 and 50. Okay, so you look at your seat number. If you're in row whatever, 35, then you can go and you can board. Now, the reason they do this is to save time, to make the boarding process more efficient, because they always try to board the people in the back of the plane first. Because if someone boards and they're near the front of the plane and they're trying to put their bags in the overhead compartments, then all the people behind them can't get through the aisle, right? Because they're blocking it. So it's more efficient if the people board the back of the plane first, and then it fills up that way. Okay, so the general boarding announcement, after that's done, or when that's almost done, then you'll probably hear this, the final boarding call. This is the final boarding call for Air Canada flight AC-25 to Shanghai. Please make your way to gate D28 immediately. Make your way means go. Make your way to gate D28 means go to gate D28 or come to gate D28. Okay, so then after you go there, you get on. Now, for people who are missing, very often there are people who just, they don't know where they are. They're missing in the airport somewhere. Okay, then they would say this: Air Canada is paging Judy Smith. Please make your way immediately to gate D28. Your aircraft is fully boarded and awaiting departure. Okay, paging. Paging means they call you over the airport sound system, right? They use their little thing. Air Canada is paging Judy Smith. Please make your way immediately to gate D28. Your aircraft is fully boarded. It means it's full, and it's waiting to go. They're waiting for you. You're causing everyone to be delayed. So you need to run there as fast as you can to the gate, and then the gate agent, the person who works at the gate is called a gate agent. Okay, the gate agent will say, "Could I see your passport and boarding pass?" Then you pull out your passport and boarding pass. Here you go. She'll say, "Thank you, have a great flight." Okay, then you run from the gate through the bridge, this is called the bridge, and onto the plane, and then you find your seat. And I made another video, or 2 videos maybe, on English for on the plane. So you can check out my other videos. I'll post, I think I'll post 1 or 2 of them at the end of this lesson. Okay, so hey, let's do some homework. I want to know, have you ever missed a flight? Have you ever missed a flight? Let me know down there. Personally, I almost missed a flight once. It was this close. Okay, I was in the Hong Kong airport, and I was flying to Chennai, India. And I went to the gate. I arrived at the gate like 3 hours before my flight. Right? I didn't have anything to do in the airport, so I just checked in and I went to the gate. I was a few hours early, and I was tired from my trip from Calgary. It's a long trip, Calgary, Vancouver, Hong Kong. So I was very tired, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna take a quick nap. So I set the alarm on my phone, and I fell asleep there on the benches, on the seats. And suddenly, I woke up, and I heard, this is the final boarding call for Cathay Pacific flight, whatever, to Chennai. And I looked at my phone, and I had slept through my alarm. So I was like, I felt really out of it. Do you know what out of it means? Out of it is that feeling where your brain is not functioning properly because you've just woken up and you're trying to think about what you need to do. And so then I was like, okay, I need to get on the plane. So I gathered my things, and then I quickly went to board. But if I hadn't woken up, I don't know why I woke up, but if I hadn't woken up, I would have missed my flight to Chennai. So it was really close. Hey, let me know if you've ever had that experience down there in the comments, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.